I am making Easter nougat. I've got my 2 bags, or the equivalent of white chips, and my butter. I'm going to let this start melting in the microwave. Stir every 45 seconds or so. Okay. And we're going to add our marshmallows. I totally spaced. I was doing a double batch or the full batch. Usually I do a half batch, I should say. And so I forgot that I was doing the regular batch. And I put it all in my microwave bowl. Oops. So we're just going to see if we can do this. Okay, tell me, does anybody remember the Brock's candy at the Sears store when you could go get it out of the bins? Oh, or Montgomery Ward had it too, I think. That's what this is. Now, since I made a double batch this time, and I wasn't thinking, what I'm gonna do is put part of it in. I got these Jolly Rancher gummies, and they're all festive. Look at the flower, little bunny, butterfly, little chick. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spread it around. Then I'm gonna start putting some in. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the rest. Okay, I'll let that set up, and then we will cut it. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. It's 25% off now. I got my Easter nougat here. We have mice in my house that make perfect squares out of the corners there. So good.
Bradley's gonna have fun over here. This family is insane. Yes, sir.
I'm sure they get it from their father and not their mother.
No, we get it from you. I think she needs to do what me about it. This is definitely the Coopers.
Yeah, you need to have a bloopers reel at the end of your videos.
I do. Okay, can I cut now? Okay, I'm cutting my candy right now. Cut this piece off. I let it sit up in the fridge, but I did take it out to let it warm up just a little bit, just so it's easier to cut. Is it irresistible? Because you're like, I have to eat it. Yeah, like I said, normally I do a half a batch, and I wasn't thinking this time. I just did a full batch, but it is okay. All right, my son, you just swiped a piece. What do you think?
It was very good.
Was it delicious?
It is.
Yay. Is carrot cake bites. Okay, I thought I had a cookie cutter, but I don't. You don't need one. I just thought it would be fun. So what I'm going to do is cut these up, and then I'm going to put them on my plate. Then I have leftover frosting from another video. So what I'm going to do is just put, or from the other recipe, and I'm just going to put a little blob. Yes, I don't have a tip on here. Each piece of carrot cake. Yum! Oh, I love that. A regular carrot cake mix that I'm going to make into carrot cake. All right, got my tray now. I'm going to take my cake. I'm going to do a half a batch of the truffles. Now you can just use your hands if you want. I use gloves because it doesn't stick as well, or it doesn't stick at all, as much I should say. All right, I have my cake here. So I'm doing a half of a batch of cake, I think, because I was gonna do something else with the other half. And so it calls for 1 thing of frosting and 1 cake mix. So I think I'm just gonna do half a thing of frosting. So this is cream cheese frosting, because with carrot cake, you want cream cheese. And we're just gonna mash this all together. Now, some people will use a mixer. You can use a mixer if you want. I don't think I need to get the mixer out to do this. Oh, this smells so good. I absolutely love carrot cake. Okay, so now we're gonna throw these in the freezer, and then we will let them set up, and we will dip them. All right, I got my chocolate in the microwave. These aren't totally frozen, which is actually good because I can make them more circular. And then we're going to dip them in white chocolate. And I am going to add just a scoop of coconut oil to make it just a little bit thinner. Just about a tablespoon. All right, then get these rolled into balls. I'm not gonna do the gloves, I probably should, but it's okay. Okay, so have our dipping chocolate here, which we think is thin enough. So we're gonna put in and shake off our chocolate. Oops. Let these set up, and then I'm going to decorate. I got my white chocolate left over, and then I have some orange chocolate melts. Put a few of those in, and I'm going to get these melted for my decoration. So I'm going to go around and clean up a little bit here. I'm going to take my red. I don't know if this will be enough to fling. Yeah, maybe it will. Okay, I'm gonna let these sit up and we'll come back and cut them. Okay, I have them all cooled. So let me pick one. Here, I'll pick the mess up one. And put it in half. Oh my. Oh, that looks delicious. Okay, have Mike come over and taste test. Okay. Carrot cake truffles.
It looks like a meatball. But it smells like carrot cake. Oh, that's really good. Yum.
It tastes like carrot cake?
It does. It's super delicious.
Yeah. Making an Easter bark. I have leftover white here that I am going to microwave to get it out of this bowl so I can use it to melt my chocolate. Okay, now we got the white. So yes, this is doing double work and it's not saving me bowls. You guys know how I like to save bowls, but I don't like doing dishes. But I need the white and I'm totally out of white chocolate. So I'll pour this in here, then I'll re-microwave it. So here's my chocolate. We're gonna get this melted. Okay, let me see. Ooh, my chocolate is all nice and bleed melted. Get it stirred here. Now, we're gonna go ahead and pour it on our sheet and spread it all out. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna microwave this and get it softened again. Okay, now I'm gonna pour my white. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pink chips and I'm going to microwave those and melt those. What did you do?
What?
You getting in my videos again? Everybody was laughing at you in my last video when you were making all your faces.
What faces?
That who me look on your face. Okay, now I have, ooh, my bowl is hot. So I have my pink, going to dribble in between. Okay, now we're going to swirl. Now we're gonna shake it. Smooth out a little bit. And then I have my white chocolate eggs here. And I've got some M&Ms of the Easter variety. And last but not least, sprinkles. Okay, we're gonna let this set up and then I'm going to come cut it up. This Christmas bark is adapted from my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 318. It is adapted from the peppermint bark recipe. Ooh, look at that. Okay, that is too darn tootin' cool. Okay, break this baby up. Okay, here we go, right here. That one's kind of big. Get it all laid out on the plate. Oh, yum. Making peanut butter Easter eggs. And my butter is not soft yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this in the microwave for about 10 or 15 seconds just to get it softened up. Okay, so I got my butter and I'm gonna take my peanut butter. Now, if you want, you can use crunchy peanut butter. I know that's not officially Reese's, but you can do that if you want. Now I'm measuring in the measuring cup, but this is 16 ounces, so it's just usually a half a jar of peanut butter. Normally I don't measure, but last time I didn't measure. Wow, I set the internet on fire because I did not measure correctly according to them. Okay, so I've got my peanut butter in here. Then I have my vanilla. Now this is vanilla paste that a viewer sent me. It's very, very delicious. Thank you very much. So I'm trying that in all my stuff. And then I have my powdered sugar. Okay, now I'm gonna get these all mixed up. All right, now I got this lovely egg mold at Wally World. And I was like, ooh, that looks cool. So we're gonna give this a try this year. Instead of shaping them, I am going to just form them. Okay, so I think I got these all smushed in here. So now what I'm gonna do,
The one that looks like this, but big?
yeah, the big flat. Yes, that. Dave, you're just so cool. Thank you, Dave. Okay, I found my scraper. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to scrape along the top here. Oh, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Oh dear. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. I'm gonna pop these in the freezer and see if this works. This recipe is in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 1, on page 336 and 337. You can take a picture right here Or take a picture of the QR code and follow the link to our website, livingonadime.com, or click the recipe in the description below. Almond bark here. I don't know. Well, I'll melt this all and see if it's too much. Ooh. Okay, my container is pretty warm, so I think what I'm going to do is let my chocolate just sit in here for a bit and let it melt. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I've got these sprinkles. All right, now let's see if our peanut butter eggs, I didn't test, I should have tested. They're going to come out clean. Maybe. Ooh. Well, sort of. Oh dear, I didn't get that one smushed in good enough. Okay, let's see if we can do this anyway. Okay, now I knew I'd have little nubs there. So, oh brother, I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, here we go. Boop. Oh, maybe this will work. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, so then I'm going to sprinkle each one. Oh, those turned out so pretty. Okay, now this chocolate is infected with peanut butter now. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I have extra peanut butter stuff. That was delicious, by the way. So instead of making more of these, I'm gonna try another recipe. Making a fudge, okay? So I'm gonna come back and do that video. Okay, just got done making these. I have leftover chocolate infected with peanut butter here. So not a lot more recipes that I can make for Easter that have peanut butter in the chocolate. So I'm gonna try a peanut butter fudge for Easter, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I got my sweetened condensed milk here. I'm gonna pour it in my chocolate. Sorry, there was kids yelling outside, so I was making sure something wasn't going on. Okay, so I'm mixing this into my leftover almond bark. Okay, so get the sweetened condensed milk. Ooh, see how it's turning all fudgy? Okay, so we're getting the sweetened condensed milk. Oh, wow. So the almond bark is going to set up firmer than, because there's a little bit more chips in here, but it should be fine. It shouldn't actually really matter that much. Got all mixed in here, looking all yummy. And I feel like I should put some sprinkles or something in there, but I think I'm not gonna do that. Okay, now, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my extra leftover filling and I'm going to blop it. Okay, and then I'm going to push it in to my fudge and swirl it, hopefully before it sets up. So then I'm going to take some of the sprinkles and sprinkle them on top. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty, and then I'm gonna push it all in. Yes, I washed my hands. I don't know why people don't think I washed my hands, but I do. Okay. There we go. And then, because it's peanut buttery, let's put some peanut M&Ms in. So now we're gonna let that set up and then we will cut it. Okay, they are all done. Oh my goodness, they look lovely. I'm so excited. Okay, So let us cut. Should I do lengthwise? Cut into, oh, there you go. Reese's peanut butter eggs, but they're in a better egg shape. If you got little pieces like that, you can just cut it off. Jack, do you want a taste test?
Ooh, sure.
Okay, my taste tester. Tell me what thou thinkest. Was it peanut butter egg perfection?
Yes.
You want the other
Oh,
half?
thank you.
Okay, I have my experimental peanut butter fudge here. Shouldn't be experimenting so much. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So now, let's cut this. Now I got these ones a little bit more even. Oh, yes! Oh my goodness. Okay, Jack. I know it's early, but could you taste test for your mother, please? I need somebody to tell me if this actually turned out. I think it did.
Sure.
It looks like it did. Is it too early for Reese's Fudge?
No.
Is it good?
Yeah, that's really good.
Tastes like Reese's?
Tastes like a peanut butter cup.
Yay! That was what I was going for. Peanut butter cup fudge.
Yum.
Covered eggs for Easter for my hubby. He is the one that loves chocolate in our family. Now we are going to melt this in the microwave for a minute to a minute and a half until all the chocolate chips are melted. Stir about halfway through. All right, everything is melted, all nice and smooth. So if you wanted to let it just set up in here, you can. And this doesn't have to be perfect since we're not making fudge squares. Kind of get it in there. Okay, so I'm gonna let this set up in the refrigerator, probably 30 minutes to an hour. Then we'll come back and shape into our eggs. All right, got my chocolate centers here. Just going to form these into little eggs. Now I'm not gonna do all this because I gotta get my video done, but I'm gonna throw these in the freezer and then I'm gonna dip them. This recipe is based off of my 2-ingredient fudge recipe in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 2 something. Where'd it go? Page 315. Right, now we're gonna let those harden. I want to decorate the tops of these. So I have a little bit of leftover chocolate and a few of the peanut butter chips. So I'm going to do the chocolate ones first, melt this in the microwave. Okay, I have my chocolate ones here. I have more chocolate, so I'm going to drizzle across the top. I'm going to let that set up. It does, huh?
Yes.
This is for Mike. Chocolate.
Is that dark chocolate?
Mm.
Chocolate.
Okay, chocolate.
Yum.
Taste test. Is it delicious?
Mmm.
Does it taste like a chocolate cream egg?
Does, yes. Oh man. Super rich and chocolatey, and it's kind of fluffy in the middle.
I am making peanut butter eggs for Easter. All right, need 3 cups of white chocolate chips. Now let's see how many's in a bag, because I think a bag is not 3 cups. It is not. So a bag is 2 cups right there. And since I don't have any more, I am going to, so what you need is a bag and a half of white chips. And it's gonna be about another cup if I break it up. Maybe one more. Okay, so this is just white almond bark. I'm gonna put this all in the microwave and let it get melting. This recipe is based off of my 2-ingredient fudge recipe in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 2 something. Where'd it go? Page 315. Halfway through, you want to start so it doesn't burn. So I did about a minute. I don't know, a minute and 20 seconds. Okay. Gonna let it microwave just a couple more minutes. Seconds, not minutes. All right, gonna get this all melted. Lovely, lovely. And then we're going to put in our peanut butter. Now, this recipe is in the description below. And then we have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Since we are forming these into eggs, if you want, you can just let it get set up in the bowl here. Now we have our pan and we have our peanut butter fudge, and I am going to let this cool in the refrigerator. You can let it sit on the counter if you don't have room in your refrigerator, but I'm going to let it cool, and then we're going to form our eggs. It'll probably take about an hour. I am ready to do my peanut butter eggs. Now, if I had an egg cookie cutter, I would probably do that instead, but I don't have an egg cookie cutter, so we're just gonna go like this.
Oh my. Is that correct?
Is that correct?
Well, it looks like it didn't set up.
Dave is wondering if this is correct. Yes, it's correct. I'm playing with food today. I'm gonna throw these in the freezer and then I will dip them and show you what they look like. Okay, now for my chocolate. I have some left over. So I don't have any more melting chocolate. I thought I did, but I'm going to add my chocolate chips here and remelt this. Okay, I'm adding a spoonful of coconut oil just to thin it out. Okay, I've had them in the freezer. One little piece of chocolate just doesn't want to melt. It's all right, we'll just leave it on the side. Okay, so now I'm gonna stick these in my chocolate. Now we're gonna let these harden. Now, first of all, I'm gonna clean these up. Just make them a little bit neater. And drizzling, drizzling, drizzling. There. Semi-sweet.
Oh, yum.
This is not for Mike. Peanut butter.
Ew. Jack would love it though.
Coconut cream eggs. Now, don't have any white chocolate chips, but I have my almond bark. And I'm not quite sure how much this makes that I have left. So, get this in my cup and start it melting. And then I will measure and see how much I have. Okay, I'm gonna stir it around a little bit here, just so it doesn't burn. I've got this all melted now, back in the microwave, and I've got a cup and a half. So this is a half a recipe, Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 2. It's our fudge recipe in here. So I'm going to use half a can of sweetened condensed milk. I'm just gonna guesstimate. Then we're gonna stir that in. Now, if I would have used a bigger bowl, this probably would have worked better, but I didn't. So I'm going to get a bigger bowl and move it into there just so I can mix it properly. Now, if you want, you can put a half teaspoon of coconut flavoring in there. I am just going to use coconut. Okay. I'm guessing that's about a cup and a half of coconut. All mixed in. Ooh, that looks yummy. I absolutely adore coconut cream eggs. That was my favorite. That and the white chocolate bunnies. Those were my favorite Easter candies that I loved growing up. Okay, that looks perfect. So we're gonna let this set up and then we're going to make our eggs. As I'm looking at my sweetened condensed milk, I only did about a third of a can instead of a half. But I think this feels like it'll be okay. So if I was worried about it, I could just add a couple more tablespoons in here, remelt it. But I think it'll be okay. So let me get forming my egg here. It's bigger on the bottom than it is on the top. I'll do something like that. Then I'm just gonna set them on my little tray here. And then we'll freeze them. Now, for truffles, I'm going to take my dough here, and I'm just going to roll little truffle balls. And I'm going to throw these in the freezer while I'm getting my chocolate melted, just about 5 minutes. Some leftover chocolate melts from something else. Then my almond bark, so I'm going to melt those too. Okay, now my tray has white on it and I was going to reuse it, but I'm not now because I don't want the white to get on the chocolate. So I'm going to use a separate tray just to get my eggs covered in chocolate. Okay, just dip it. Gonna let these set up and then we will come taste test. Now, to dip my truffles, I just put them in my melted chocolate here. Now, for my eggs, I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of chocolate on top, or a lot. All right, we got these set up. I will have Mike taste test. Oh, yum. Oh, yum. Recipe is based off of my 2-ingredient fudge recipe in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 2 something. Where'd it go? Page 315. Okay, so I know I drizzled the coconut ones with chocolate, but I didn't like that. So I'm gonna take white, and I got it all. I just think that would look so much better. And you'll know it's coconut. Okay, I like that much better. Yum. Okay, so now I have these coconut ones, and I forgot to do these, so I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so I'm just going to do these real quick here and get them all white and lovely. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Okay, now I'll let those set. And my coconut truffles are done. Let's see, how do I cut them? Lengthwise or horizontal? I guess horizontal.
That's what I would probably do.
Okay, there's coconut.
Ooh.
Oops. The piece of lettuce for my lunch. There's coconut.
That makes it healthy, Heidi. A little soft. Oh man, that was delicious. Okay, now we're trying coconut.
Yep.
Mike's a coconut aficionado too. Mmm.
So it tastes like a coconut cream egg.
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a half a package of white chocolate, white almond bark that I'm going to microwave and melt. There we go. Now we're going to take our sweetened coconut flakes and This is 7 ounces. I might use the entire 7 ounces. I'm not sure. Let me see how thick it gets. And so leave just a little bit in the package to decorate the top. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my scoop. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of extra and sprinkle on top. There, you have bunny tails. Oh my goodness, how cute. Now, as this cools off, if they're not perfectly round and you want to make them perfectly round, just let it cool just a little bit, and you can roll them into finer balls, or if you want, you could just take and roll them in extra coconut. Cute. Okay, they've sat about 5 minutes in the cool. I set mine outside. Yes, it is March, the end of March, and we had snow this morning in Wyoming, so it's still cold. You can put them in the refrigerator though, just to get them more rounded like bunny tails. And then I'll let them finish firming up. Okay, I have just a little bit of frosting left, and I have this I have this piece of cake here. So I'm going to try something, and I'm just going to see if I can make cake pops with this frosting and leftover cake. Now I don't know, do I have enough? Oh, maybe I do. Okay, there's that. Now let's see if it'll hold a ball. If it will, ooh, it will. Okay, I think that is good enough. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to make some balls. Or, well, are we? Or are we not? Let's see, is it going to stick? If not, you could add just a little bit of cream cheese in there. My blue candy wafers that I'm gonna melt in the microwave. My leftover cake balls here. Now, we will let those set up, then we'll taste test. Okay, my leftover cake bites. Ooh, that looks yummy. Okay, we'll have Mike taste test them.
I especially love cake bites. I haven't tried these though. Ooh, is the blue significant for something or just a pretty
Easter.
color? Ah, nice. Yum. It's really delicious.
I am making some easy no-bake Easter candy. These no-bake Easter candies should literally take me 5 minutes to make. Of course, my video will be longer because I'm yapping, but, well, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, I have my package of white chocolate here. Gonna melt that in the microwave. All right, in my 1200 watt microwave, I did it for 1.5 minutes. Going to do about 30 more seconds. Okay, so now it's all nice and smooth. Ooh, yum-a-rummo. Then we need our peanuts. I use salted peanuts for my candies. It tastes so much better having that extra little bit of salt. Then the marshmallows. We're gonna get all this mixed in. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna mix in my M&Ms because my warm chocolate might melt the coating, and I'm wondering on the sprinkles. Will it melt the sprinkles too? Let's see if it'll melt the sprinkles. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and scoop it out and put the M&Ms and the sprinkles on top. So If I would have pushed them closer, I would have got them all on, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna do the rest to the side here. Okay, now I got my M&Ms. And I'm just going to put on top. Okay, and then my sprinkles. Oh, that looks great. All right, I looked at my timer and I am at 9 minutes. So in under 10 minutes, I have a quick, easy Easter candy. You can put these in the refrigerator or freezer to let them set up. Got one here. Let's cut it open. See what it looks like. Oh, that's really pretty. I love it. I'm going to make some Haystacks out of coconut and chocolate. I'm gonna melt this in the microwave. I got my chocolate melted. I got my coconut here. About 4 ounces or so. So what I'm starting with, I might use the whole package. Yeah, I'm gonna use the whole package. Haystacks from our Dining on a Dime Volume 1 here. And I got these robin eggs. Okay, now we have some Haystacks. I'm making a chocolate Easter fudge. Batch cooking, so I'm just not cleaning my bowl in between. And my chocolate chips. Oops. Guess I need to start cutting all of my bags. Be good. Okay, so I'm gonna microwave this until it is melted, stirring every 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, then I have my half a sheet of parchment here. And I'm putting in my bowl. Now, I don't know, how should I make this Eastery? I got these Lucky Charm marshmallows, and these are the regulars. So you can see these are more vibrant colors. Well, maybe. Are they? Well, there's more colors in there. Okay, so I think I'm going to try these in the fudge and see what happens. Okay. So, ooh, oh my. Oh, that's a lot. I think that's too many. Hold on. So let's stir these in. Get them all coated with the chocolate. So I'm hoping when I cut this, then it'll be all pretty inside. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, the marshmallows are melting. Oh, this is something I had not anticipated. Okay. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is put on some sprinkles. Oh, that's lovely. Tap those in so they don't fall off. Going to take some M&Ms. I'll do peanut M&Ms. Oh, that's so festive. Okay, so we're gonna let this set up, and then we will cut it. Make sure you push down your M&Ms so they don't pop up. The marshmallows are popping them up. Okay. This recipe is based off of my 2-ingredient fudge recipe in my Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 2 on page 2 something. Where'd it go? Page 315. Okay, I got my chocolate marshmallow here. Okay. Oh, that is beautiful. I love it. Okay, I think this is a new favorite here. Okay, now I wasn't sure how to place the M&Ms. So my cuts are not going to be even. Oh, that turned out just like I thought it would. Ah! Okay, that is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh man, this is great. This is great. I am so happy. This fudge turned out perfect. Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just doing a half a package. Going to melt this in the microwave. See if I got it all mixed in here. Now I didn't wash my bowl in between because I just made some other candy with some white chocolate. Save on dishes as much as you can. What I forgot to tell you was I have this green left over from Christmas. So instead of putting green food coloring in, I am going to put this in and let it melt. Now, I may need to heat it up more, but I don't want to heat it up too much and seize my white. So I'm gonna let the green kind of melt in the white here. Of course, this would go quicker if it wasn't in a big chunk, but here's a little tip. When you have leftover candy like this, just put it in a little container and save it for later. This is leftover from Christmas. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I just had it left over, so now I can use it for Easter. Okay, I did put this back in the microwave for about 20 more seconds. Got half a package, so about 3 to 4 ounces of coconut. No, I don't normally use organic. They just sent that to me as a replacement for my Walmart order, which I was not happy about because it's ridiculously expensive. Okay, so getting this all mixed in, we're just going to take and make little nests. Okay, and here is the fun. Woohoo. Then what I would do actually is take something like this and push down the centers. Then I should put a little clump of jelly beans, just like so, right there. Now you can do the white ones if you want. I'm not going to, but there we go. Now just push them all in, just so they get nice and firmed into the candy there. Okay, that took less than 7 minutes to make. We're going to let this set up and then I will show you the final product. Okay, now that our no-bake fudges are all made, because I want these to be particularly round for birds' nests, I'm going to use a scoop. Oops, I should have gotten up closer. I never have enough room on my cookie sheet. Okay, now I'm gonna let these cool for about 1 minute or 2 minutes, just so they're not quite so hot. But before they cool, I'm gonna take something else that's round. This is just my other cookie, my candy melon baller, and I'm gonna put little indentations in, just like so. Okay, so now I have my little robin's eggs, and I'm going to go in and put one on each little nest. Oh, that's cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna let these cool. Okay, I have to admit, oops, I forgot one. I absolutely love these. Oh, this is so darn cute. Ah! Okay, there we go. And you might make sure that they're pressed in so they don't fall out too easily. And then as your cookies cool, you will have your nest eggs. Oh, I forgot another one. Ooh, man, I just barely had enough. Ooh, wow, that's getting it close. Okay, so we're gonna let these cool and then we'll come back and taste test. Okay, my no-bake fudge cookies are done. Oh, that looks so cute. Ooh, love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I didn't get anybody taste testing them. Oops. Oh, well. Oh, somebody's taste testing them behind me. How do they taste?
Ooh, very good.
10 out of 10?
Yep.
Yay.
They're the best no-bake fudge cookies I've ever had. Which, you know, they're the only no-bake fudge cookies I've ever had. But, you know.
You've had them. They're the best you've ever had, huh? I paid him to say that. Right, Jack?
What? I didn't know I was getting paid.
I am making Easter almond bark. Easter bark. Not almond bark, but I have my blue already from some other from another candy I was making, so I'm putting that in. Okay, then I have my pink here. Okay, I missed recording, but I have some white with some coconut in it, and I'm going to be dropping that just kind of all over while my other colors are melting. I mean, it's not Easter without coconut, is it? Now, you can just do plain white if you want. I just happen to have leftover white with coconut from another recipe. Okay, here's my pink. All right, got my colors all melted here, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and push down my white just so that it adheres a little bit better. Now, just swirl. Now, this is just using leftovers. I had leftover blue and leftover white with coconut in it. So, then I just added the others. And we're going to take some eggs. And a few marshmallows. And a few sprinkles. Just push down all the marshmallows so they get stuck. Okay, we'll crack it and see what it looks like. This Christmas bark is adapted from my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 318. It is adapted from the peppermint bark recipe. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Butter, robin's eggs for Easter. I have my butter and my peanut butter here. Now it is 1 cup of peanut butter and this is 16 ounces, so I just need half of this container of peanut butter. And then powdered sugar. Now I may need more than the 2 cups of powdered sugar to form the eggs. There's a little over 1. And, oops. Okay, we're just gonna go with that. About 2.5 cups of sugar. Then a small amount of oops, or a lot amount of vanilla. Wow, there's a lot of oopses in this video. Oh, I can't wait for the comments. This will just be so great. Okay, now, here we go. We're gonna beat all this together. All right, now, as you can tell, this is not an exact science. And is that gonna hold its shape? Okay. It's a titch more powdered sugar so it'll hold its shape a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Now I know that's gonna hold together. Let me get my tray. All right, I have this left over from the other candy I was making. I'm gonna throw on my gloves just because it doesn't stick as well to my gloves. And we are going to make this into little robin's eggs. Oh yeah, that's gonna be perfect. Okay, now I'm just doing this to get the measurement. So I'm gonna go in and make the balls, make the egg shapes. So then, going to make it into a ball, and then see if we can make the tip a little bit of an egg shape. Does that look like an egg shape? I think it does. Okay, I'm gonna roll all these, and then we're gonna throw these in the freezer. My blue candy melts here, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Let's see, just burning. I'm gonna melt it just about 20 more seconds. All right, this blue is not melting as smoothly as the other ones. I don't know why, but we're gonna give this a try and see what happens. Okay, frozen, and let it drip. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're gonna go let these set up and then we'll decorate them. A little bit of water and cocoa powder. We'll see if we can get this to work. So I'm mixing the water and the cocoa powder. Then a clean brush here, I'm going to just flick. Okay, gonna let those dry, and then we'll come back and cut them. Ah, that looks pretty good. Here they are finished. Oh boy, yum. All right, so then cut off all the extra. Okay, that is pretty darn tootin' cute. I have to say I love them. Okay, I'm making strawberry cream eggs. I already have this left over from my stars. Okay, so got my cream cheese here. I am making a triple batch of strawberry cream eggs using the molded mint recipe in my Dining on a Dime Volume 1, except instead of using mint flavoring, you can use peppermint. Okay, so got my cream cheese softened, and I'm getting my powdered sugar poured in. And then if you want, you can use strawberry flavoring in the little jars like this. I am going to be using some strawberry freeze-dried strawberries. See what they are? Okay, so I'm pouring that in. Then, so these centers are going to taste like strawberry cheesecake, is what they are going to taste like. Yum, yum, yum. And my next little bit of powdered sugar. I base this off of is in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, Volume 1, on page, oh wait, 330. It's the molten bits. Instead of peppermint, I use strawberry extract. If you don't want a cream cheese base, you can use the recipe for our party mints right here instead, and this is all powdered sugar base. You can take a picture here, or take a picture of the QR code, or click the link in the description below to go to our website, livingonadime.com, to get the recipe. Okay. Strawberry cheesecake is so delicious. It is the best stuff ever. Yum. Okay, now why I'm putting the powdered sugar in a little bit at a time is because my bowl is not big enough. So it would poof all over if I did it all at once. Okay. Now, I have these molds from Walmart. Yeah. Now I tried them on my peanut butter and it went okay, but I'm gonna try it again. I'm questioning myself here. Okay, so I'm pushing it in, make sure that there's no huge holes. You may talk.
She's torturing us! Oh!
I'm torturing you because you have to be quiet for 2 minutes for the video. You're stuck in the basement. Listen to you.
Help, Ellie! She's gonna kill us!
You do know you're a grown adult, right, Dave? You do know all you have to do is just walk out the door.
I mean, like,
that's all you have to do.
You're crazy, though. Like a crazy person.
I'm crazy. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I see. Okay, so I'm smushing this in now. As I see how much batter I have, I didn't need a triple batch. I had no idea how much it would take to fill these. So now the question is, do I make a whole bunch of strawberry eggs? What do I do now? Oh dear. Okay, so this is the question. So now, yesterday when I did the peanut butter, it worked better if I went individually and sort of, oops, scraped off each one individually, maybe, sort of. I don't know. I don't like this mold, Walmart. It sinks in. It's not a very good mold. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do with this extra batter. Ooh, okay, stay tuned. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm cleaning all this up so it's not so much cleanup when I take them out of the molds. Okay, so there we go. So I'm gonna throw this in the freezer and let them set up. All right, so the first way I'm gonna use this extra batter is I'm gonna make truffles. Okay, I'm gonna make 2 different kinds of truffles. So I'm going to, let me see if these will roll. Might need to make them in the fridge, or freeze them first, but looks like I can roll them. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these in the freezer and let them set up, and then I will dip them. All right, I got my strawberry truffles here, my bright white candy melt. I'm going to get these melted. All right, and then I got my chocolate here, and I'm going to melt my chocolate. All right, getting them melted. My measuring cup is pretty warm, so I'm just going to let that leftover heat finish melting them, possibly. All right, here we go. I'm gonna dip and see what happens. Let's try the chocolate. All right, now it's got cooled down, so let me go finish melting it. Okay, let's try chocolate now. Dip, turn, and okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set these in the fridge for just a little bit, let them set up and get hard again, and then re-dip these. Okay, so I'm gonna double dip these, and I'm gonna add just a little bit more shortening. See if I can get a little bit more fluid. Break off, oops, the whole entire truffle. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, well, that was a little better. Now I realized on my chocolates, look at that. So, I guess I'll go ahead and re-dip my chocolates too. All right, there we go. Now, what I probably should do is melt some pink, and yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna melt some pink, and then I'll decorate the tops. Okay, so I got my pink here. Melt those. Okay, here's an easy way to clean up chocolate. There you go. All right, we've got truffles here. And I'm going to take and drizzle pink all over. So that way I know it's strawberry. Okay, gotta let those set up and then we will taste test. Okay, now I'm going to get more white chocolate. My eggs are frozen. I think I'm gonna keep them in the freezer. Okay, instead of using the bright white, I think what I'm gonna do is use the almond bark and add a touch of purple. Okay, melt this. All right, I've got my eggs here. So we're gonna give dipping a try. All right, got those dipped. Gonna let them set up. Then I'm gonna put my pink on. Now, I'm going to take my pink. All right, now we're gonna let that set up. And we'll open them up and see what they look like. Okay, my family cut into these before I could get them filmed. I forgot to warn them that I hadn't filmed them yet. Let's see if I can cut this without breaking the chocolate. Oh. Wow, yes, chocolate covered strawberries is what these taste like. Absolutely delicious. All right, my family dug into these before I could get the after filmed. I love my family. It was my fault. I forgot to tell them that they were for a video. So let's cut and see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Okay, so as you can tell, my family dug into them. Yes, these were a big hit. I am making 2-ingredient Easter fudge. Now, the 2-ingredient is the base 2-ingredient fudge, which is chocolate chips, white chips, whatever flavor chips you want, and sweetened condensed milk, okay? Or almond bark, white bark, anything like that would work also. So that's why it's called 2-ingredient. I had some people yelling at me that it wasn't 2 ingredients. Yes, I understand that. The base recipe is 2 ingredients. Okay, so we got my sweetened condensed milk here. I am using the, oh, I got the wrong ones. Okay, so just so you guys know, there's a difference between bright white and white. Can you see the difference there? And I wanted bright white for this. Shoot. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in. Now, when I use the candy melts, I normally use 1.5 bags, but I'm gonna, do I dare test it and see? I don't know if the candy melts might hold up better than white chocolate chips. I think I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave and let it melt. Now I've got 1 piece of parchment paper. You do not have to use parchment paper. You can just lightly butter your pan if you want. But since everybody uses parchment paper now, that's what I'm doing. Now for this one, I'm using 2 pieces of parchment paper because I don't know if it's gonna stick to the side since I'm only using one bag. Okay. I have my chocolate almost all melted, so I'm just gonna let it finish melting in the heat from the sweetened condensed milk. Okay, so I have to wonder what's gonna happen if I put a few sprinkles inside. Well, good grief. It does not want to be freed from its bondage. Huh? They're diet sprinkles. Yes, they're diet sprinkles. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple in my hand here. And I'm gonna put just a little bit and test to see if the sprinkles melt or if they stay whole, because sometimes the color will. Oh, I think it's, well, it's staying. Well, they're kind of falling apart. Not too bad though. Well, what do I think? It's actually not too bad. Okay. I'm gonna sprinkle a few in and pour. Then sprinkle some more and then pour. Okay, so now I'm going to take more sprinkles and put them on top. Oh, that's festive. Oh, I like that. I don't even know if I should put the M&Ms on or not, because I like that. Oh dear, that's beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to take some M&Ms and try to make all the non-perfect ones. Okay, so then I'm just gonna put them in randomly. So we'll try that first. And then these coated chocolate eggs will go in and, oops, well, okay, there we go. So let's see, how do we want to do this? Probably one every other piece or so. I did not plan this out very well. Let's see. Okay, I did not plan that right, but that's okay. Oh, that's festive. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna let this set up and then we will cut it. This recipe is based off of my 2-ingredient fudge recipe in my Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2, on page 2 something. Where'd it go? Page 315. Okay, my white chocolate Easter fudge. Oh, this did not turn out as well. Oh, okay, so. Oh, this stinks. Oh, man. Oh, this really stinks. Okay. Well, let's try it again. Do it with 2 packages. So the white chips and the white bark, or the white chocolate chips, the white melts, all of those, if there's no chocolate in it, it doesn't set up as well. Well, shoot, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. And I am stricken with melancholy. That's so pretty. I can feel it sinking off of the paper as I'm holding it. Okay, I'm going to see if I can save my fudge here. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It was just way too soft. Okay, so I've got another can of the candy, or container of the candy melts. So I'm going to pour them in. Yeah, you can see these aren't the bright white. All right, I'm going to melt these. All right. Now you can see the difference. See how this has a yellow tinge to it and my bright white are different? So I'm gonna try an experiment, which I probably shouldn't do, but I'm into experimenting. Okay, so let me finish getting these. So the opposite of yellow on the color wheel is purple, I think. I can't remember, but all I know is I heard if you take purple and put it in with your yellowish, like if your butter turns your frosting yellow, then it will negate the yellow. Bing! Okay, there's 1 drop of purple. Let's see if it will turn it white or if it will turn it purple. Oh, yes, it actually works. Well, hot diggity. Well, that's pretty cool. Wow, okay, I'm impressed. Well, now you know, it actually works. Okay, so now I got my bright white, and let me get my pan here. Now, here's the question. Is the chocolate gonna melt all of my M&Ms and everything? I really don't want it to melt all my M&Ms. Ooh, that's pretty warm. Okay, I think I'm gonna let this cool down for just a little bit so it doesn't just totally annihilate all of my sprinkles and everything, hopefully. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes and cool down, and then I will come back. Okay, now I'm got about 10 minutes. I've been sitting. Still pretty warm. It's down to 108. I don't know. So let me test here, see what it's gonna do to my cute decorations. See if they will melt. Okay, I don't think they'll melt. All right, here we go. Give it a try. Oh, it's so beautiful. So now I am going to save my parchment paper, and we're going to stir this around. Okay, this is very firm now. Ugh. Kind of like my buttocks were in my 20s. Just kidding. Mike's over there rolling his eyes. Wait a minute, why are you rolling your eyes? You were with me in my 20s. You should be agreeing with me.
Rolling your eyes about telling everybody.
Oh, rolling your eyes about telling everybody. Okay, well that's fine. Oh my. Okay, well this set up real quick. All right, so I hope it's mixed. We shall see. Oh, you know what, I'm not gonna use this one. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is very intense. And I want to get my pretty fingernails all gunked up. It's much easier. Or not. Holy cow. Okay, I should have used half the bag. Let's see if I can save it. Now I'm going to take some sprinkles. And I'm going to push those in so they don't fall out. Okay. I'm going to take my M&Ms. And I'm going to push these in. And we'll see if I saved my fudge or if I just made a bigger mess. Right, don't know if this worked. Oh, that's very lovely. All right, so we're going to cut. Let me see. Well, maybe. Okay, so I should have used a half a bag, but it's not actually too awful. Oops. Okay, so 3 cups is what you need for the white. Okay, let's see. Woo-hoo. Well, that actually didn't turn out too bad. Not quite as pretty as I was hoping it would be, but considering I was saving it from the trash, not too bad. Yeah, we'll taste test. Oh, man, you gotta love white chocolate at Easter. It's my favorite.